Hi, I'm here with VTIC Quality Tourism Business Operator Nick Cooper from Wild Adventures Melbourne. Wham! I love it. Nick, congratulations on your beautiful business. Now, as a quality tourism business, tell me what are your discoveries along the way of starting a tourism operation?
Hey Despy, great to spend time with you on this windy day. I started this business in 2020, which wasn't the best timing to start a new tourism business with COVID kicking off then as well. But I've spent a long time in tourism, and I had this long-term dream of starting my own business. And so everything I'd learned over the years came to fruition of starting this, combining my love of the outdoors, nature, adventure, and giving back, doing things, running a business that's actually good for the environment and socially as well, and the local community too. So it's been a big learning curve launching in 2020, but here we are in 2024 and still going strong.
2024, it's still trying to grapple with that, right? It feels
Yeah.
like so long ago. So as a new business, but with your knowledge in the industry, what was your key motivation to become accredited and go down to be a quality tourism business?
I wanted to set up a business where I became accredited and qualified in lots of different areas so that I was not just talking the talk, but walking the walk as well. So I wanted to become certified in all of these areas to make sure that I was certified, but also following the right processes, had the right frameworks in business. I have a lot of experience of running experiences, not much experience of running a small business. So that quality tourism framework kind of helped me, I guess, structure that and be part of that process.
I love what you've just shared there, and I think many would resonate with that. They come into the industry, and even if they've had business experience, they haven't had tourism business experience of running an operation, what that involves
Yeah.
from the compliance, the regulations.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really good, valid point. And I think, I guess, even if you're a mature business, there would be value. Would have been, I guess, what would be some advice to other tour operators and the advice that you wish you had now that you're a little bit down the way that wasn't pointed out to you?
With running a business
Yeah, with running a
in
business.
general. Um, I don't know. I mean, I love the philosophy of progress, not perfection, of knowing that my business isn't going to be perfect immediately, and it never will be perfect. No business in the world is perfect, but let's just work on constant improvement, and let's try and take steps to constantly improve the community reaction and involvement, improve the environmental consequences of running the business and have that in a positive way. And, really importantly, improve the customer service with everything I do as well. It's also a constant learning process of running a small business. So I'm not going to be, you're kind of I guess it's that classic saying of you're, a jack of all trades and a master of none,
Yeah.
and trying to sort of work all of these areas and make sure I'm, running the business in the most, I guess, efficient way possible is super important. And also to be patient. That's one thing I've learned too, that, sometimes, I mean, I started in the middle of a pandemic, but I thought when the pandemic's over, it's going to be all great and stuff like that. And it's a constant graft running a small tourism business, but I found that, the more I go on, the more I act as a business for good, the more I, be a good person, collaborate with others, work with the community, work with local small businesses, work with the tourism industry in general, that opens doors, that develops more relationships, and that brings more avenues to bookings ultimately, and
Yeah.
helping the business grow from there. So it's a continuous process, and I don't think I'll ever get there.
Oh, we all know it is definitely. I think we're all, that's what keeps us all getting out of bed every day, right?
Yeah.
What new thing we will learn. What I'm really loving about watching you from afar, now up close in what you've created, which is phenomenal, is just the purpose led. You're on a mission. It's really evident that it's so much more than business or a tour operation, you're making a difference. Now, and just by way of your philosophy or your non-negotiables in your business around sustainability, around contribution, and your partnerships that you're forming, I guess talk to me a little bit about that motivation of that dream that you had bubbling away.
Yeah, 100%. So spending, I don't know what it's been, over 20 years working in tourism in not just Australia, lots of places around Europe, tour guiding and things as well for various different companies. And I just think you subconsciously witness how tourism can be done well with a positive impact, and also the other side of that, how it can be done in a way that can have a negative impact as well. And I witnessed that both overseas and in Australia. So, things like over tourism, pollution, disrespect of culture, neglect of communities, that sort of thing as well. And seeing all of those things go on, I thought, if I'm going to start a business, I want to be a best practice. I want to lead by example, and I want to tackle any potential negatives I can have in my operations and try and find solutions of them and find positives for them as well. So my motivation was not only seeing how tourism can be delivered really well, but also seeing how the impact it can have, not in a not so good way, where I could go, you know what, let's turn this around. And that has led to all of WAM's eco practice that I've developed. So, for example, of operating at zero waste. So we provide people with all the reusable bottles and cups and things like that that they can use on a tour with us, so that they're not having to go and buy a plastic bottle or buy a disposable coffee cup. That's just, I guess, one example of what we try and do. But it's trying to go, what is the impact that we could potentially have that's going to be negative to this beautiful local environment and community? And how do we flip that and find that in a positive, in a way that still gives the customer a really good service and experience too?
Oh, and I think there would be so much takeaway. It's not just an experience. There's so much education in what you're doing that you walk away learning something more. You walk away being a better human,
Yep.
let alone just having just a great day out, which you do.
Yeah.
So congratulations. I think you really encapsulate what quality sustainable tourism operation is. And this is just the beginning. And I'm just been proud to watch your journey. And thank you for all that you're doing within the industry and within also just the advocacy that you're doing. So congrats. We'll be hearing more of you. Thank you everyone for watching. And this is Nick Cooper from WAM, Wild Adventures Melbourne.
Thanks, SP.